Shalom, welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honor and salutations to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to you, Akim, you Aquat, also you children that believe on this word. This your brother Khalak Har, GMS Northwest, coming back at you with another video. And I should have stayed over there in that lane, but spirit. Hey, dot your I's and cross your T's. Did a video yesterday about your P's and Q's and the meaning of that. So let's get the meaning of dotting your I's and crossing your T's. Bear with me. I did a simple Google search. What is dotting your I's and crossing your T's? It says dotting your I's, dotting your I's and crossing your T's is an idiom that means to pay close attention to details, especially when finishing a task. Now we know we got the Passover coming up, right? Actually, this would be my first actual Passover. You know, I practiced it, or I rehearsed it by myself, you know, last year, year before that, but it's not the same as, you know, being with the brotherhood and whatnot, but it's a rehearsal, but, you know, it's paying close attention to details that, some of the things that we do in the Passover service. But you know, that's not about this, but you know, you want to pay close attention because this is a solemn assembly. You know, thinking about Yahweh Shah's Passovers, because we had to read you know, went over it a little bit, read Matthew the 26th chapter, you know, the 6th verse, thinking about Yahweh Shah breaking that bread, you know, and that breaking that bread and drinking that cup of meat. You know, it's symbolic to this truth, to this knowledge, to this understanding that we have. And with this understanding, we got to pay close attention, you know, to the details. Not only that, we got to pay close attention to the times that we're living in on the planet Earth, in this realm, in Esau's kingdom. You know, during this week, the brother mentioned it last night, it's the week of the Passover, so the demon's going to be out. You know, this is a new year, or we're coming up into the new year of Abib, you know, and on the 14th day of the new year, we have a Passover, when the Lord passed over Egypt and plagued Egypt, you know, taking the firstborn son, ooh, don't do that, taking the firstborn son, you know, with the gnats, the lice, the darkness, you know, the cow disease, you know, the turning of the water, blood, the frogs, you know, all of these things the Lord is gonna, you know, pass over this place and add more plagues to it. Let me get second Esdras real quick. I'm gonna still read some more of that, Lord willing. Second Esdras, I think the 16th chapter. Second Esdras 16 and 5. I just start at the top. Second Esdras 16 and 1, it says, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. You know, these are all these past kingdoms, right? These past kingdoms coming together, or not coming together, but at once had, you know, dominance in the earth. You know, especially Babylon, Egypt, Syrian captivities. You know, is woe because all of these places are tied into one. All right, around it. It's prophecy. It's Bible prophecy, and it has to be played out. It has to be fulfilled. A sword is sent unto you, and who may turn it back? That's those, about to get into those plays coming. But once those plays come, you can't reverse them back. There's nothing you can do. They're here. Unless the Lord, we would have took bomb for Babylon, but she can't be healed. It says, a fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? So you can't drive these plagues away. The plagues are here. And the Lord is going to send those plagues, and they're not going to return slack until they consume. Let me go back to this definition. Read it. Dotting your I's and crossing your T's means to pay close attention to details, especially when finishing a task. For example, and we know we got a task to finish. We got to finish this race. We got to finish this race. We got to give it all that we got. We got to fight spiritually. Man, I was mentioning the spirit. It's a spiritual war. We might bring that out, Lord willing. But it's a spiritual war that you got to fight. You got to finish this race. They say pay close attention to details, especially when finishing a task. For example, you might say the negotiations are nearly finished, but we still have to dot the I's and cross the T's. The phrase often used to describe someone who is meticulous or precise, even in the smallest details. I remember the scripture saying, the Apocrypha, be not ignorant of anything small or great. Of a small matter or a big matter. Prove all things. It says, it can also be used to describe an act of adding the final minor details to a piece of work. And we know that we're constantly cleaning ourselves up. Getting rid of that old man, getting rid of that leaven. Because a little leaven leavens the whole lump. Even during the Passover, you're not supposed to eat leavened bread for 7 days. No rosin agents, no yeast. Don't even put it in your body. It'll slow you down. And that's faith, man. That's belief. That's the customaries of the Hebrew Israelites. These heathen on the other planet, they ain't gonna do this. It says similar phrases. It says the phrase is sometimes used to express annoyance because detailed work seems unnecessary to take tasks. It takes a long time. Similar phrases include mind one's P's and Q's. Hey, just did a video on that yesterday. And jot and tittle. Pay great attention to every small detail and task. So you get the gist of it. You paying attention. You what's that? Ephesians 5. You looking out for the times because they're evil. The days are evil. So we got to keep our head on the swivel, especially coming into the new year. The Lord is going to do a lot in the land of Egypt until this place get consumed and the Israelites get beaten up out of here. Let me get this. In the Apocrypha Wisdom of Solomon, the 6th chapter. my words, and it shall do you good. You know, that detail, paying close attention to the words that's in this Bible, that's in this living document, you know, and applying them into your life. You know, really actually applying these words into your life. Remember the scriptures say, don't be hearers of the word, be doers of the word. So we got to do what's in the word. 333, call hello, Yahweh Shem Yahshua B'Shem Kakadash. Be doers, active, action, not lip service. I'm read that again. It says, receiving therefore instruction through my words, and it shall do you good. You follow the word of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, then you're going to be all right, man. You're going to be in a better case than most. And if you following out the word, the Lord got the spirit on you to follow. It's not nothing of you, you know. But how do you get that following? Like the Lord got to call you. You know, you've been called into this thing. We all been called into this thing to preach the gospel to our best abilities. Every man was given a measure of faith. Every man was given a talent. And it is what you do with your talent. 111, call hello, Yahweh Shem Yahshua B'Shem Kakadash. It's what you do with your talent. You know? How you gonna show or prove to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua that you're a faithful servant, that you really believe, that you really want this, that you want this place to be destroyed, that you want salvation, that you want the crown of life? You know, you got to be diligent in this thing. You got to give it your all, man, with balance. And that's the only way you're gonna keep up in this thing is learning that balance, learning how to move through the crevices in this truth, in this life. Because the brother in Dallas, Yasha Wumble, was going into a lesson about how they hated Yahweh Shah. You know, his own hated him, gave him up to Pilate. You know, Salaki, I just lost my train of thought because I was looking at something. But his own gave him up. You know, and we know we believe in Yahweh Shah, and the Lord gonna save us because we believe. We have faith, you know. I'm driving that fast for me. Let me get Proverbs, the 15th chapter. Proverbs 15 and verse 3. It says, here, I'll start at the top. Proverbs 15 and 1. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but the grievous words stir up anger. So, with that scripture alone, we dotting our I's and crossing our T's, paying close attention to details, right? So, carrying yourself in this ministry, you know, being upright, walking in your daily life, right? You got to learn how to turn away wrath. You know, sometimes we in the flesh. We get upset with shit. We get upset with people. You want to yell at their ass. You know, but keeping in mind that a soft answer turns away wrath. And it stir up anger. That's dealing with the adversary. You know, that's dealing with niggas in the world, 2/3 of the world, heathen, the wicked. You know, my neighbor yesterday, I'm taking my dogs out, right? My dog lunged at my neighbor. She jumped and was all frantic. And then I said, I'm sorry, I didn't know that she would do that. She's like, oh, you didn't scare me. Or no, she didn't scare me. I just didn't see you. I was like, what? What the fuck that supposed to be? So if a dog come lunging at you, you'll be all right? The mind of these people. But nevertheless, I just had to throw that in there. Verse 2, it says, the tongue of the wise useth knowledge. All right, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. Yeah. You speaking the wrong doctrine, saying that we got another 1,000 years here, saying that the MOTB is a spiritual mark, saying that you can take the vaccination. These are all things that the foolish speak of, man. Even our people saying that Donald Trump going to save them, America's coming back. These are all talks of fools. Verse 3, it says, the eyes of the Lord is in every place, beholding the evil and the good. That's attention to detail. I'm not going to get over it. It's lucky. The eyes of the Lord are in every place. So the Lord is watching out. He knows if you've been diligent. The angels know, and the angels are reporting it back. And Abaratazah, the angels are bringing a good report on the brothers that's doing the work. The brothers that's putting in the time, they're putting in the effort. They keep it focused. Stay focused, fam. You gotta stay focused. Let me get this in 28. Proverbs 15 and 28, it says, the heart of the righteous study to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things. And that's what, just like I was saying, study the answers, study the task, be on task. The details, the nitty gritty. What's the saying in GMS? You got to know the history before you understand the mystery. And that's paying close attention to details. Watching your videos. Studying, being your brother's keeper. Going to class, going to camp, free time, your free leisure, you studying. You've been diligent. You're getting off that old man. You constantly cleaning yourself up. You constantly wanting to do the right thing. You have sincerity, humility. Evading these scoffers and these mockers. Hey man, if they trying to give you a hard time, the Lord said we can it's good to recompense evil to those that trouble you. These mockers and scoffers, man. Send curses upon them, man. And then go about your day. The Lord will take care of them. If you're sincere in heart, if you did doing what you're supposed to do, you'll be fine, man. You'll be fine. Go back to the Apocrypha. Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 22, it says, bear with me. We start at 21. Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 21, it says, such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness have blinded them. It says, as for the mystery mysteries of the Most High. They knew them not, neither hope for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for the blameless souls. Ooh, that's fire. You know, it says, for the Most High created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold on his side do find it. That's fire. You know, the Lord created man to be immortal, but through the envy of the devil, death came into our world. You know, the world of the Israelites, and we're fighting to get that immortality back. As a matter of fact, if you